What is it, coffee?
No, just no.
Well,
Just no to everything about that.
if you all are good, then I reckon we can get going again.
I love it. Dark Wolf, it's so good. Need it.
Thank you.
Tell you what, coffee.
What?
You take Dark Wolf's image, or you enjoy coloring, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Dark Wolf. I'm gonna take that image. I'm gonna ink it. I'm gonna pass it off to Coffee for coloring.
Okay, that works. I was gonna do some digital stuff, but we can
We
do
good to
that.
go?
Yeah.
That'd be a fun project.
Just put it. I think the program that I use can open PSDs. I'll have to double check, but
When I'm done, it'll be a very clean line art. So literally, all you would need to do is open the image, even if it's like a PNG, a large PNG, and no. Nice. Where did you get that?
Komodo dragon! That's a good one!
Where did you get that, and where do I find it? This is why you stuff paper towel down the nasal.
No.
Yeah, blow into it.
Seriously, I'm gonna roleplay, or I'm gonna get a mask like that just so when I do Dragonborn. Like, where did you find that?
Jeez, I can't even remember. I've had this thing for a very long time.
You've killed me.
Probably can if you remember. That's what we were talking about last week.
Yep, that's the thing.
That's the thing. Why did my alarm go off for that? I set an alarm.
So somebody's gonna clip that one too.
So, yep, we have old Tazrae here, just rolling on the roof, laughing.
Long.
You take off your head.
That's a good thing Mordecai doesn't go first. All right, Celine isn't sure what he's gonna do, or what she's gonna do here. Let's go with well, she's a cleric. I don't know. Maybe she needs to heal someone in case someone gets hurt. So I'm gonna have her hold on to a. I'm gonna have her hold on to a healing word. So I guess the first person to get hurt, if it doesn't come back around to her, she's gonna cast a healing word. Jade, what are you doing?
I am currently explaining to the chat that while no one has set off the fireball, in fact, everybody's acting under paranoia of it. But I will end up saying it's at this point, because Jada got everything she needed because of these freaking burns. These ones here.
Remember, take out the spirits first. Don't hit Tazrae. He'll wake up.
How high up are these things?
15 feet. So is he in prone, so you probably can't even see him.
No, but it is possible for me to. He's down on the ground, prone.
Correct.
50, and they're 15 feet up.
Uh-huh.
Well, he's on the roof. They're prone, yeah.
I thought he fell through the roof.
No.
Like he's on the
He
ground
didn't.
inside.
He's on the roof, prone. But you can see these spirit things that came out of him.
Why is it that I gotta keep him alive? Alright, if that is the case, then...
So from what he said, I think the spirits probably make him stronger.
I'm aware of that, but I have a choice now. Do I hit all of them as hard as I can, including Tazrae, or do I try and focus one down and hope that it'll work? Right.
What does Jade want to do?
Okay, I'm losing out on this, but I'm gonna do it. So I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast this one. 8 doesn't hit.
An 8 won't, but a 16 will. Okay. And which one? I didn't catch the ping. Which one did you hit again?
This one just south of Tazrae.
Okay. Noted.
Oh.
All right. So this like gnashing mouth, unless they've taken on another form, this like gears in a mouth kind of Pac-Man's out and chomps into it. It is now Bright's turn.
Okay. Let's see how this works. Oh, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll go here, 3, 4, 5, and I will take the dodge action.
Okay. So you're standing underneath these like faces, skull things that are hovering 15 feet above you.
Correct.
Okay. We now come down to Peggy Sue.
Okay. And Peggy Sue is going to hop into the pond.
Okay.
Be back.
Oh.
Actually, I'm going to have her go over here instead.
Sploosh, sploosh. Alrighty. It is now Tazrae's turn. And Tazrae, does he get one at the end of his turn?
Yeah, it's at the end. He gets a wisdom save.
Okay.
It's a really funny joke.
Komodo dragon!
Killing him as much as it killed me.
Yeah, you're making an undead have to manually breathe to laugh. I mean that's the extra mile. I mean he's banging on this metal roof and he's rolling around and he's having a good time. Now, the other things, however, are not as affected by things and such as he. And so, we are going to have them do some things. First up, whoop. 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 Norlai, now that's a Bane one, so I'm gonna have to roll a D4 and subtract that. So against Norlai, all right, it comes over to you, and it has this like, it has this crackling energy, and it tries to reach out like a claw of some kind and try to, but you dodge out of the way of it as it misses you. It makes a snarl. And the chicken just absolutely gets out of there. Against Celine, also a miss. I don't even. I'd like to say Bane's putting in work, but so far.
Hey, so far as I know.
Hey, well, that's true. All right, well, Mordecai, let's see. Bane thing number 3.
Miss.
Wow. So it tries to also
Whiff.
and try and give you head pats, but you'll have none of it. On Bright, and on Jade, let's just see. Oh, a crit on Jade, of course. Because why not, right? 9-7-7-3 crit.
Had to come up somewhere.
So Jade, this little thing reaches out an arm. I'm wrestle, and it fills you full of electricity as it tries to arm wrestle you in its own unique fashion. So this is going to deal 21 points of lightning damage to you.
Ooh!
Uh-uh.
Wow, that's a lot of damage.
I don't have enough conditioner to get this to stick straight out, but suffice it to say, at this point, Bride of Frankenstein looked at cheap.
Okay. We now are going to go to Mordecai.
All right. So, seeing that Jade took a pretty nasty hit, I'm actually going to cast Cure Wounds.
Oh,
Actually,
Celine had a healing word ready for
Oh,
someone
she
who got
did, yeah.
injured.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, then that's triggered for Celine.
There you go. You get 4 of that back, Jade.
Alright, so I am still going to cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
Do that at a first level. For 4 more. Okay. And then bonus action, I am going to also inspire Jade.
Okay.
Why?
On the Celine ends up triggering something, and let's see if Mordecai does.
Ooh, yikes.
Nope. Mordecai doesn't, so we're floating 1. Your bardic inspiration isn't necessarily magical. It's like rah rah, go get 'em. So that's fine. But on Celine, let's see what bonus she gets. Ooh, a 24, and sorcerer, wild magic. For any of you playing at home, you can have your PHBs open to.
She turns blue. Turns blue.
Yeah, your skin turns a vibrant shade of blue. A remove curse spell can end this effect. All right, so let's see. She reacted, and you also poured your magic. So what I'm going to say is this: your healing spells connected to Jade, but a part of you, Mordecai, your blueness, ended up like being a feedback through her own magic back to her. And so Celine is the same color blue as Mordecai.
Is Jade as well?
Maybe you're scintillating for like a hot second and then it's gone.
No, you are not cursed with blue. You might be blue for a round, we'll say, because you were sort of the medium for this. But it was some magical feedback, we'll say it was. All right, Mordecai, anything else on your turn?
I've already moved where I want to move, so I'm good.
Noralai.
I'm going to dismiss and run as far as I can.
Disengage.
You're going to disengage?
Yeah, disengage. That's what I'm.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and disengage. Just to there?
No, I had a zoom in.
Oh.
That was 10 feet so far, yeah.
$30.
All right. Noralai tactically withdraws. We're back up to Celine. Celine is just, I mean, this is a PG-13 stream, so we'll just have her say what the Smurf is going on right now. No, I think, let's see, what's something, I think Lethality's done that, like, oh, hell no, sort of thing before. So, Noralai, or not Noralai, Celine will use her... Come here. Will use her rapier and try and attack the thing in front of her, and it will miss. All right.
She want a bonus action do something?
I don't think she has a bonus cantrip, does she? I don't think so. No, so that'll be all. She's probably kind of distracted by being blue. All right, Jade, we're over to you.
Well, if that's the case, and... Well... Seeing Bright is currently being harassed, and this one thing is intent on arm wrestling her.
No, I'm okay. I'm okay. You don't have to worry about me.
Oh, I know. I'm making sure of it.
She gets an abyssal
Woo!
on that one.
Good shots.
Not really. Her modifier is surprisingly high, and I think those were the first time I rolled anything past a 14.
You're still floating your inspiration for next round.
Both on Bright's target.
Okay. Got it. All right, so both of your Eldritch Blasts slam into this thing. And it screams in rage and pain.
Grind the gears, grind the gears.
And
souls to thirsting gods.
Bright, what are you saying or doing?
So, are these creatures, are they still flying up in the air, or are they at ground level?
The one, yeah, they attacked you, and so they're at ground level.
Okay. Okay, and now let's talk about the barn. Is the barn made of metal, or is it made of wood?
Metal roof, and it has these, it has like some wooden scaffolding and these support pillars in the corners here.
Okay.
And then there's a big wooden trough in the back here.
Okay. Well, that's not convenient. Okay, I guess I'll go ahead and cast Shocking Grasp on the one that's next to me.
Okay.
Not very good.
All right, so you try to imitate it, and it does the same thing that you did to it. It dodged you.
Okay.
Such power, it says to you.
Oh, it's not very much power. That wasn't very good power. And going to go ahead and move here.
Join us, live forever. And it... Okay, come back. Join us. Tries to get an AO on you, and it's just... And you say, nah.
No, I'd rather not join you, thanks, though. So, Matty, don't forget I have mirror image up. So your first roll is whether you target me, and your second roll is to attack.
Oh, shoot, that's right. I don't know.
You missed anyway.
Yeah, I definitely did. So it's a D20. If you have 3 duplicates, a 6 or higher. Okay. Can you help remind me of that so I don't have to keep scrolling up?
Sure.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I want to make sure that I'm playing to the magic that you cast and you earned by taking that risk. All right, Shocking Grasp is going to not provoke Wild Magic Surge, and that is going to bring us down to Peggy Sue.
Peggy Sue goes over here, but she's still in the water.
Okay. Moo. Tazrae is going to attempt to save. And continues to fail because you have a what? A 14?
15.
15. Ooh. Okay. So yeah. Actually, hang on. I might get that one. Let's see. We have a... Oh, we do have a wisdom of... Well, sir. Alright, no, then that is actually going to hit a 15.
Good, +3 wisdom?
Yeah. On the template I'm using for... I'm using Tazrae as a... Well, hang on. Let me make sure, because I was homebrewing Tazrae, not while I was on vacation, but I was combining. I was using the lessons that we were going through to squish a kind of a monster template onto a or to give a monster some levels. But at the same time, I also was sort of doing it retroactively. No, never mind. I'm gonna say that it's still gonna stick. He will have a... Well, no, hang on. Because going off the base of what this creature is, it normally has a +0, and I think that Tazrae did or would have at least that. But it does have... this is a monster that does have proficiencies in saves. Oh, but hang on. A barbarian has strength and con.
Saves.
Yeah, barbarians definitely don't have wisdom.
Yeah.
They have con as their good save.
Okay. Yeah, then never mind. I'm gonna say your Tasha's continues to affect it. Because that's one thing that I forgot to account for. I'm looking at the base stats for the monster I'm using, and it is proficient, which is kind of what made it easier for me to add barbarian levels, but I kind of have to do it in the other direction. Anyway, I'm blabbering. Your Tasha's, and he just goes,
Need the prop.
Okay.
Thanks.
If we win this combat, can I have his severed head? You know the mail.
The mailing
address. I want his head.
Or just the eyelids, whatever.
No, this is Derek out of character. I want his head.
I don't think I could part with it. I'm sorry. All right. These hovering thingamabobbers. Noralai, you're being chased after. And
Bane.
Bane is... Woo! Does a 14 hit your AC, Noralai?
Yes.
It does. All right.
I haven't cast Mage Armor yet.
Oof.
So you are going to take 9 points of lightning damage.
Oh.
As it catches you like right under the armpit, and you, like your body like it shocks, and you know, kind of everyone sees your skeleton for like a couple seconds.
Hold on.
Oh.
This one wasn't a crit.
Hellish Rebuke.
Hellish Rebuke. Okay. Oh, and nothing happens off of that except a Hellish Rebuke. A dexterity save. All right, here we go.
My verbal component was just me screaming.
Ooh.
Just me screaming.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, so you turn around like, aye, and fire just pours off of you over this thing. And it is going to deal how much damage?
3d10. Because it counts as a second level spell.
Let me just...
There we go.
Not bad.
All right, the wave passes over this this thing, and I mean, you certainly, you know, gave it a very ferocious pout. Though the fire just seems to wash over it. It is singed a little bit, but it is not. It's not as upset as you think it should look for for doing what it's doing to you. Okay, so that was a hellish rebuke. Next we have the one on Celine is going to try go and tickle.
Yeah.
And we'll have Bane.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And we'll still...
wasn't a very good Bane.
And we'll
Cutting
still
words.
hit. Oh, all right, cutting words. And that is going to...
Age reduction. Reduced by 4.
Wow. What are you saying?
You call that a hit?
Okay, so she raises her shield up, and it's going... "Ah!" And you question its ability, and it looks over to you and kind of... "Ah!" And it turns at the last moment, kind of like forgetting its attack against Celine. Cutting words put in some work.
Yep.
Okay.
My reaction for the round.
And now we have a couple... Oh, couple want to tickle Bright, it looks like.
Ooh.
Alright, so the one that has Bane is going to attack first.
And don't forget to roll for my doodad.
Yep. So a 17 is going to hit one of your clones. And then I have to roll to hit the clone, too, don't I? Or does it automatically...
Or do you want to roll dice again?
Say it again?
Roll 2, so I figured the first one was for target and second was to hit.
Oh,
Or do you
sure,
wanna
yeah. That's fine. It's efficient. There's no advantage or anything that's going on right now, so...
Yeah. Okay, so they have AC 13.
Okay. Your clone will be hit then.
Okay, so now I'm down to 2 clones. Poof.
Okay.
Poofed away my clone. That was so mean.
So one of, like, Bright's, you get sort of a comedic again. You can see her skeleton. Ooh, how lewd. And, it poofs away, leaving Bright. Bright is still kind of flickering around.
I'm still here. I still have 2 clones.
We're going to do the same thing with another one of these whatever rage aspects, and it will.
Yep. So this time you targeted a duplicate with an 8, and then the AC is still 13. So
it will miss then. So it goes and it's like tickle, and your clone just saw what happened to the other one and boop jumps out of the way.
Okay. Oh wait, was the first one the Bane one?
Yes.
You didn't roll the Bane.
Oh
shoot.
yeah, you still have to roll that d4.
Yeah, hang on. You might still be at 3. Oh yeah. Woo. You all right. You have 3 clones. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fine. It doesn't change anything that happened with the second one.
Yeah.
Okay, now for the third one, you have to roll a 6.
This one's gonna go for Jade.
Okay.
It tagged her good, and it's feeling kind of cocky.
That goes for no, don't roll it. The one that goes for Jade is gonna miss. Oh, I tried.
Oh, for
the portent.
Oh, for
Portent.
That you can impose it.
It's a 5.
Okay.
Thank you.
Jade, this one goes and screams in this echoing, reverberating rage, and just for a moment, there's like this glitter. You see like Bright's face, just sort of like as some sort of a shield or an image.
No, my mirror image just gets in the way.
Oh yeah, there we go. And the thing kind of gets distracted, and it ends up missing you, Jade.
I didn't need any mushrooms.
I'm saving them for later.
Now we are on to Mordecai.
Yep. Let's see. What do I do? Jade, how hurt do you look?
North of 50.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
Jade may or may not be
Pretty
partially
rough.
bleeding out the nose and the corner of the mouth.
You're getting the Cure Wounds level 3. 18 hit point.
Ooh. That almost puts me back to cap.
All right. What can I do with my bonus action? Really?
Correction, it's fit 13 and the 5, right? So I heal both of those numbers?
13 plus
Oh,
5.
never mind. Then I am capped.
Mordecai, your
So
cure
blood
does
actually starts to worm itself back up the nose and back into the mouth.
proc a wild surge.
No.
And
Feathers on their beard.
you grow a long beard made of feathers that remains on you until you sneeze, at which point the feathers explode up from your face.
Wait, what?
Kind of hoping for that one too. So that's a funny one.
So you end up you go over to cure Jade, and we'll just say that one of the chickens ends up. Whoops, not swapping places with Bright. One of the chickens sort of disappears, and you have this like chicken beard growing out of your face.
Wait, what did you say about it exploding?
When you sneeze, the feathers will explode off your face.
It's a good thing he doesn't really need to sneeze anymore. It looks silly.
You look silly.
What? Wild magic!
Old people.
The chicken's
It's
not
a
dead, by the way.
Really good one. It just doesn't have any feathers anymore. Now it's a plucked chicken.
Yep.
The chicken's feathers. That wasn't very nice, but it's funny. I like it.
Out of curiosity, will the chickens in this particular region now be building a shrine to Mordecai, their new god?
I hope so.
You'll have to roleplay it out. Hopefully you don't aggro enough of them that they just start spawning out of nowhere and kill you all.
Okay. What am I doing from the bonus action?
And then Noralai's going to be up next if you know what you're going to be doing.
I am not going to do anything else for my bonus action.
Okay.
My turn.
Noralai, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna take the dodge action and kind of run around this ghosty goo.
Sure. Okay. That one's kind of scared and runs. All right, so you're just running around this thing, dodging?
Yep.
And we come back up to Celine. Celine looks over and sees that wild magic has already been sort of popped. And so this is her best chance to cast something without provoking. She is going to cast...
Virtual weapon would be good.
Yeah, where... Oh, spiritual weapon. There we go. Alright, so she will manifest a spiritual weapon, and I'm sure I could find... we'll find something here.
Find a token for it?
Yeah, we'll find a token for a spiritual weapon. For some reason, under the free assets, we have an entire tab called Were Creatures, and the first character under that is Barmaid. Who knew?
No, it makes sense because, barmaids mostly work at night. So, I mean, that's when the...
That cat will be a cat is her spiritual weapon. And the cat ended up rolling, let's see, that's a 12. That is not going to be able to hit, though. And we're going to see if that ends up... Nope, okay. So we're floating a charge. And for her, that was a... what action is that?
That's a bonus action.
That's bonus? Okay.
Yep, it's a bonus action to cast.
Then she will poke with her rapier and see what she can do. Hey, there she goes.
Ooh, that's better.
And she is going to deal 8 piercing damage. she thrusts through it, and it like kind of phases through the thing, and she withdraws it and kind of looks at her rapier and looks at the thing and just is looking kind of upset that that didn't work as well as she had hoped. All right, we are now down to Jade.
It's at this point, if I recall, I can't see the health on these, so this is the injured one?
They are all injured with the exception of the one that's directly in front of you. Like,
Okay.
they've all received some damage, but this one has no damage on it.
All right, then the one I keep selecting,
Yep.
right in front of our dear, wonderful Bright.
Okay, you got him.
Good shots.
Pow!
Nicely done.
For 1
shots,
force
Bedlam.
You were
damage
saying?
and 3 force damage. Alrighty, well, it is noted, and this thing looks very, very inconvenienced. And let's see what
That's
happens.
about the truth of it.
Oh, and you get a special effect.
Oh boy.
Come on, Fireball.
For the next minute, you can see any invisible creature you have line of sight to. Hey, you have a new sight, Jade. You have like all the predator masks that you're kind of flipping through.
That's the goal.
All right, so your eye, I don't know, you can describe it and how your eyes look now that you have this see invisibility for a minute.
Okay, it's at that point, Jade's eyelids split in two.
Ooh.
So Irene has another pair of eyes directly where her eyelid should be.
Oh, I like that.
Mordecai is perturbed.
What are you looking at?
Bright,
Certainly
it's
not
over to
you.
you.
Okay, it's my turn. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and move here. So let's see if they give me opportunity attacks.
Yes. The one will, actually, I guess the 2 will take him.
And remember to roll for mirror image.
Yep. All right. So the one that was directly in front of you here is going to swing at you first, and here's the 2 rolls. 20.
Okay.
So that will hit you, right? Or no, that'll hit
No.
a clone.
Yeah, the 20 hits a clone.
And that one does not have Bane, so that will then hit your clone.
Okay, so one's dead and now I have 2.
Okay. And then the other one is going to swing, and now here's the rolls for that. 7 is going to hit a clone.
7's me.
7 is you. And this one does not have Bane as well. However, your AC is higher. You have mage armor on right now.
I have 16 rather than 13.
Okay. It all right. So it tries to it tries to shock you and hold you, but your armor it repels its electric claw from you.
Okay, so now Tazrae is above the tin roof, right?
Correct. He is like so he's laying back on at the edge of the tin roof, and this is 15 feet above the ground, and he's prone at the lip there.
Okay. Okay. Guys, it would be great if we could just move back a step. That would just be real nice. So I'm going to go ahead and try to shock and grasp this one.
Okay.
Oh, so I have to roll that. Haha. 21.
Heckin' yeah.
That's
Okay, you hit. And what was your damage?
What's your damage, Heather?
Yeah,
10. 10 is my damage.
very good. So you give it a taste of its own medicine, and it was this baned one in front of you now, right?
Correct.
Okay. And it can't seem to take its own medicine as it sort of shakes and roars in anger.
Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and step back here, and I'm going to ask Mordecai and Jade if they could maybe step back a little too.
Okay. Peggy Sue.
She is going to stay where she is and take the dodge action.
Okay. Mrrr, the cow says. All right. Tazrae is going to attempt to save again. Wisdom. And Bane. That is going to be
16.
a 16.
No, 14.
My DC is 15, so he's going to function. He'll start to function next turn.
Yep. He said, "Oh, that was too good." Come out of track.
Still prone right now.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm upset. And he realizes he's upset. And it's
Does he
now...
lose the rage for not being attacked or
Yeah.
having attacked?
Yeah.
He'll have lost his rage for
Yeah,
sure.
he would have.
Can't rage when you're laughing.
Yeah.
Probably got another one, but
Noralai, I'm going to try and attack you. You are taking the dodge action, so we're going to go with disadvantage, and it's baned. Okay. It just sort of like, it swipes at you and just sort of spins in a circle and just sort of floats around a little bit. Now we're at the one that is on Celine. This one is going to move around a little bit here. And we're going to put it right here. It's going to attack Celine. And Bane's not going to matter because it's, maybe it's distracted. It's kind of looking at, yeah, what's a spiritual weapon like you doing in a place like this? Waggle waggle. And now we have our last baned entity here. Is it lazy and will it just attack Mordecai, or does it want to move up and tag Bright? Let's have it move up. I want Bright's blood.
Okay.
Bright, I'm going to roll for your clone.
Okay.
14.
And then the AC is 13.
Okay, and it will miss then. Especially with Bane. So, okay. And then Mordecai, this one floats up to you and is going to try and give you an electric hug. And will a 16 hit your AC?
yes.
Okay, it does so. It catches you and it deals 16 That's a poor man's crit there. At least that's what we called it in 4th edition. It's going to deal 16 points of lightning damage to you. Mordecai with a chicken beard, everyone.
Yep. Wait. I need more of that in my life. I need to see that up close.
Mordecai-doodle-doo! And last up is going to be Jade. And this thing, Jade, I must be scared of you because it's just sort of like, and it was. All right, that was Tazrae's go. Mordecai.
My go. All right. So.
It would really be nice if you could just take one step to the west, please.
Yeah. I am gonna do that. It's that thing already spent its reaction, didn't it?
It has taken a turn since then, so it's refreshed.
Oh, okay. Then I move. But I think I'm gonna go back this far. So
Okay.
it can get an both of those can get attack of opportunity if they want it.
And they will. That one's going to hit.
Yep.
And that is going to be for 12 lightning damage.
Okay.
And the other one is going to attempt to hit you. And it's I guess Jade is just too frightening, and it's gonna just sort of it's kind of like it's like covering its eyes and just pawing. But they've both used their reactions, and you've backed away.
All right. So I'm gonna do a little thing called guiding bolt.
Pew.
So what happens? Well.
No
Draw.
extra bonus.
Huh?
No
Wait.
wild magic. You're fine. Cast as usual.
Well, he attempts to light up his sword, but it won't light. So, because he was gonna slash
Oh,
it.
right. Okay. So yeah, the radiant beam, you shoot it out there, and they sort of take notice and turn on you and.
It's like one of those anime sword slashes, but it misses.
Norlai.
All right.
You're out here doing a little waltz with this thing in the barnyard.
Yeah. Bright, did you want me to go west too?
It doesn't really matter. Just don't go south, please.
I'm going to disengage again, and I think that's 30.
And chicken starts fleeing this way. Okay. Next up, we have Celine, who is going to attack with her spiritual weapon again. That was... Hey, lands a hit.
Yeah.
Whoops. And deals... where's my damage? Oh, here we are. Wait. Oop, I clicked it twice. It's 1d8 plus 3 force. But clicking on that asked me what level I want to cast it at. I'm a scrub and cast it, I guess, at level 1. So I'm just going to roll a d8, and it's going to deal 9 force damage to that one. And it takes it. Puts it there. Alright. And then she's going to try and poke it with her rapier. And does so successfully. Again, it passes through it, but it does seem to have its ectoplasm stirred up a little bit. Next up, we have Jade.
Okay, seeing on our dear Mistress of Death is currently struggling with the one that is throwing shots at her. I'm going to take my pot shot.
Okay.
Maybe.
Ooh, good
Ooh.
shots.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Oh, so much damage.
It owed me.
All right. So with a normal hit and a crit here, you are dealing 22 points of force damage to the one here, right? The one that was fighting.
That Celine was going after.
All right. And your gears just tear into this thing, like spraying this kind of like electric gel, like through a wood chipper, and it sprays everywhere.
Delicious. And it's... Yeah, I can't disengage at this
Oh,
point.
but they've used their reactions.
Oh, that's right. They have used their reactions.
They have.
So Jade will... At this point, have all three used their reactions?
No. The one with Bane has not, but it also has Bane.
Fair enough.
Bane.
It's also not adjacent to, so that's
Yeah,
good.
that's true too. Okay.
There we go.
It's really
Alright.
good.
Bright. What do you have up your sleeves?
Finally, it's my turn. So, right here, this is the point, and 20 feet up in the air also, I'm going to cast Fire Cube.
Oh, all right then. Well.
Where is it? There it is.
We were so close to having something fun happen. Not that Fire Cube isn't. All right, deck save, and...
But Tazrae's going to roll really bad. He's going to roll a 4.
That's
all right.
A lot of damage.
So he's finally
Good
just
job, right.
he's bent over. Oh, that was quite a. And he just sort of follows that little like that tracer round that you just shoot out of your finger, and as he looks up, like his eyes just as fire pours down on him, and you have foreseen that he is going to fail this, and so he does, thereby taking 32 fire damage. Let me make sure.
Hold my little orb up, and the orb catches the moonlight, and it reflects right into his eye, and he's mesmerized by the light reflecting into his eye. And the fireball shoots out of the orb, and right up into the air, and he just follows the tracer around, and he just looks at it, and then it goes boom.
I love it.
It's not doing a very good effect. I'm holding one of my LED lights, like.
Yeah, it's not bright enough.
Yeah. It's
The
never.
three little zappy doodles get to make saving throws.
Oh, that's true too. We're going to make the Zappy Doodles roll. Bane
Mask
is going to
just
roll
kills me
first.
every time.
Actually, I'll just roll. I'll do 1d20 and I'll just subtract 4 from the first one. Well, the first one might be able to. Let's see what the d4 does. Bane putting in work.
Oh.
13.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. And so
Teamwork.
not only does Tazrae look up, these two sort of floating entities also just like kind of look up, and then just fire pours over them. And let's see what happens. That is enough. That they are both going to dissolve into just sort of electric goo.
They got Bizzle Bob.
Good.
Yep. Bright putting in work over here. All right.
Good job, Bright.
And unless
The
there's
third
anything
one,
else,
too.
we have Peggy Sue.
This one would be in the area
Oh.
of effect.
Oh, wait. So 10. Wait. 10,
Where was your
20?
point again?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a 20 radius, right?
Like
So-
20 radius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Never mind. D20. And it's going to take that. However, that one is still up even after that,
Ooh.
as the fire
That's a
kind of
lot.
washes over it, but it's sort of like dissipates through whatever crackling or such that it has. So that's
Okay.
going to be okay.
That'll still leave a mark.
Yes, it has. Now Peggy Sue can go.
No, she's gonna stay put and
Okay.
still hide in the lake and take the dodge action.
Okay. A
Good
wise
job, Peggy
familiar.
Sue.
All right, it is Tazrae's turn. I haven't been fighting all this time. And he's getting pumped back up again, and 10, 20. Yeah, that might work. He's gonna get oh, and his movement's higher. Okay, so we are Mordecai 1, 2, that's 10, 20. No, Mordecai's 30. Okay, Mordecai. Tazrae looks at you and he just gets absolutely just and he takes his axe and he crouches down and he just does a huge, like a barbarian jump, and crushes the chicken beneath his feet.
Oh no! Bad.
I thought that was my beard chicken.
Beard chicken. Oh,
And well, I don't know. We'll
It was the chicken whose feathers you stole, and then Tazrae smushed the rest of him.
yeah.
So now he won't be sad that he's missing his feathers.
That's a very positive way at looking at a crushed chicken. All right. So the first one, he comes down and he slips on the chicken that he lands on, and he sort of wobbles as the chicken just sort of like crushes and makes a last. And he sounds like one of those really sad rubber chickens that that you see on internet videos these days.
Yeah.
It makes a very sad sound like that. And so he kind of slips back, and his first strike against you fails. He's going to roll again.
The attack, yeah.
And does a 16 hit you?
Bane.
Oh, he does have Bane. I'm sorry, instead of a 16, does a 13 hit you?
No.
Okay. And so, yeah, he swings again, and distracted by your beard, he just, like, he aims, and you just you kind of, like, Matrix, like, bend backwards a little bit as his axe just sort of, like, woo, right underneath the beard. And
Cuts like half the feathers off.
he actually gets one more.
Oh, shit.
Is Bane all the time? Is that any attack
Yes.
or for... Okay. It may not... Oh, yeah, that's not going to count here. All right, and so he corrects himself. He kind of, like, leans back, and he pushes himself, like, with his axe back up and kind of with the haft of it. So it is going to deal... 14 points of slashing damage to you.
14?
Yeah.
Holy butts, I am down.
Oh no, not again.
Cleric, heal thyself. All right, so he comes up and he right in the forehead. You just get the butt of his axe, and I mean, I said slashing, whatever. It could be bludgeoning. Well, as I was describing it as such, but I don't know if that makes a difference for you.
You're not going to retroactively let me cutting words, are you?
When would it trigger?
On the attack roll. But if it's retroactive and you don't want to do that,
do you have to declare? Wait, you have to declare.
You can declare cutting words after the die is rolled, but normally it's before the result is announced.
Yeah, before the damage roll. Yeah.
Oh. Sure. You've used cutting words once before in this combat. You would be keen to you'd be keen to watch out for opportunities like this.
Let's see if that does anything.
Hail Mary.
What is that, Rid?
So that is going to take it from a 24. Bane is a 23, and it's going to go down to a 21 with your cutting words.
Nope.
Okay, so you manage to say something, and he just sort of like clocks you right in the jaw, like and it sends you sprawling. And again, you're seeing like this frozen froth kind of pouring out the sides of his mouth here. That was Tazrae. Mordecai, it's your turn.
That's a death saving throw.
Are we doing non-lethal damage?
I don't know, was he?
You are, well, we'll say that if you encounter your a death, but right now you've been knocked to. You haven't been knocked to negative. You haven't been knocked to your negatives, correct? No.
No, that would have
So
got me down to
so he
-3.
brought you down, but he hasn't. I mean, he hasn't pulled back per se because he hasn't attempted to land a blow against you. Now your death save though, so you kind of you start bleeding out, and so you're down 1 death saving throw.
Yep.
Okay. And he looks at you. Blood, Mordecai. You must drink more blood. Become stronger. Noralai.
I am going to... I'm going to take the dash act.
Oh wait, did I have my little dudes go? I don't think I did.
so.
All right, hang on,
Haven't seen-
Norlight. Let me get this one up on you here.
Little
Sorry.
dudes haven't done anything yet.
Yeah. All right, that one is does a 13 hit you?
No.
Oh, and Bane is down
Oh.
because I'm down.
Okay.
It's concentration.
13.
Yep.
My armor class is 13.
Okay. All right, so it is going to tickle you for 12 points of lightning damage. And I have one more. It's going to move up. And we're going to try and tickle Bright.
Okay. It's 11 now because I only have one left.
Okay, I got a 3.
Okay, so that'll hit me.
And with a 19 plus its modifier, that I presume that's going to hit your... You said it was a 16, right?
Yeah, you can hit me this time.
Okay. Thank you for the permission, ma'am. 10 points of lightning damage.
My hair.
Yeah.
So we got the Bride of Frankenstein, and we got something outside of He Had It Coming.
Okay, so that's 10. Okay, 20 down to 22.
Okay. Now, I'm sorry, Mordecai blargs a little bit. Now, Norlai, you're calculating your next
Okay.
set of strategery.
I'm gonna cast Mage Armor. I'm tired of getting hit. And then
Hey, you get a fun bonus prize.
Yay! What's my bonus?
Your bonus is number 2.
Oh.
Roll on this table at the start of each of your turns for the next minute, ignoring this result on subsequent rolls. Oh.
Well, I'm going to.
You got the
run...
multi-ball magic.
Well, spell time.
Multi-ball!
Yeah.
I'm going to. I measured that. That should be 30 feet.
Okay,
Gonna
it's gonna try and tag you here on your way out.
Mm-hmm.
What's your new AC?
Should be
16, I think.
16?
Right?
And I'm
Yep.
hitting with a plus. Okay, I still tag you, just by 1, and we're gonna roll 12 lightning damage as it gives you a good game on your way out.
Well, I'm down.
All right.
So I'm gonna stay there.
So you start moving out, and then it goes, "Rah!" And you just Norlai, well, you are in fact going down. Go ahead and make a dex save.
She automatically fails. She's not conscious to make a save. Save implies a reaction.
Oh, you don't auto-fail saves. I think you have disadvantage.
All right,
That's cow pie.
Norlai,
On a cow pie?
you have a very lovely pillow.
Mm-hmm.
It was so
Is it
thoughtful
wrong
of
that
the
it-
cow to leave that pillow there for her.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise it would have just been hard ground. All right,
So warm.
we're off of Biff Tannen's turn here, and it's now if anyone gets that, it is now over to Celine. Not only did wild magic just go off, a friend of hers went down. We are going to. Oh, we can dual box this. Healing word is a bonus action, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. She is going to move here. And Mordecai, she is...
Celine's magic doesn't
Don't move there. No.
She is going to cure wounds. You at level...
Celine would know that her cure wounds doesn't
Oh,
work.
that's right. Yeah. We're gonna do this then. Yep. There we go. I can use Roll20. Yay.
Getting better every day, Matt.
That's right. I'm making very slow progress. She is instead going to try an experiment on you.
Oh.
If I can, let me see.
I think I know.
Okay. So first things first, she is going to then instead healing word. She is going to healing word Norlai, and she'll give you a jolt. Oh no, wait, if that's a bonus action, I can't cast 2. Oh, that's fine. I'm going to take a non-magical action. Norlai, I need you to get up with... Oh, well... Alright, it's hit points. You have 7 hit points. And...
Better than nothing.
she is going to deal... some damage to herself. And... Mordecai, you can have 4 hit points as Celine takes her rapier and jabs herself with it and holds herself to your mouth.
All right.
And she's like pumping her fist as she's like kind of kneeling down over you. And
good no.
But as a bonus action, there is this spiritual guardian. And
She already used her action.
Oh, it's just a bonus action to cast? See, I don't get to play D&D that often, so I don't know this stuff. Alright, so the cast's just going to go meow or something. No, they're going to stare at each other longingly, being sort of summoned ectoplasmic creatures. That was Celine. Jade, what are you doing?
Unfortunately, due to that situation, I can't do what I was actually planning on doing. So instead, I am going to move. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast on the one going after Norlai.
Okay. Celine's spell didn't set off a chain. Eldritch Blast. Ooh, you get 2.
Oh.
You get 2 effects.
Oh no.
Is that for me or is that for her?
That's for Jade.
Just one casting of the spell, though, even though she makes 2 attacks with it.
Right. I rolled a 100 on my D.
Oh,
yeah.
So
I'm
okay,
giving.
Okay.
So the Eldritch Blasts can still go off. I don't think there's anything that would prevent that from happening. All right, this is blasting the one on Norlai. You said, or the.
Yep.
Okay. That is 9, 16. Oh, nice. All right, another sort of wood chipper effect is this like lightning gel just sort of and goes up in a spray. Whoop. There we go. And 2 things happen off of Jade. Those things are 84 and 76. 84. Each creature within 30 feet of you takes 1d10 necrotic damage, and you regain hit points equal to the sum of the necrotic damage dealt.
Well, that's not very nice.
What range?
30 feet. Uh-oh.
Killed my familiar.
Uh-oh, yep. You're harvesting Peggy Sue and cows and chickens. Jade becomes like this Hunger of Hadar for a second and just sort of
I am
pulls in.
locally 40 feet away.
Okay, I gotta ask.
Uh-huh.
I gotta ask. Are these actual hit points or temporary hit points?
These are actual. Yeah, you regain hit points equal to the sum of the necrotic damage dealt.
I think she's at full already, so
Yeah.
so it doesn't even
Like
do
your
anything.
wounds do.
Okay,
Is it D10 necrotic damage?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll roll the D10.
I'll roll it. I've been rolling low all night.
That's a 10.
Oh, did it?
Call them out, Matty.
I
Which one?
I didn't get the roll yet. It's still.
We're waiting on the
I
D10
haven't
still.
rolled.
Oh.
I haven't rolled. I want you to declare who the damage is going to before I roll.
Oh, this is.
It's everyone.
It's everyone. You're just rolling 1 damage or 1 die that's going to affect everyone.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
8. All right. So,
Wait, is that me? That's targeting everybody within 30 feet?
Yep.
Yep.
I'm down again.
Mordecai, you open your eyes as blood is trickling in, and then you just see Jade take on this like dark tendril form as she turns into like a hunger of Hadar. In fact, we can even flavor this because your other roll on your wild magic was a 76, and that reads you glow with bright light in a 30-foot radius for the next minute. Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of you is blinded until the end of its next turn. So what we can do here is...
For the next minute, you say?
Yeah, for the next minute. If you would prefer, we can turn this, instead of light, into something like you become a Hunger of Hadar, of this 30 foot, right? You're stealing, like you're dealing necrotic damage, and you could just become a zone of darkness that blinds instead of light, as that would be thematic to you and what's going on. If you want light, I'll give that to you. What would you like to do?
For as much as I would love to do the theme, I really would. It said light, so I guess we're stuck with light.
Well, if you want darkness, that's fine. I'm gonna go with the blind condition. The wild magic is triggering off of you, and I don't mind customizing. You know, I don't mind customizing effects based on the magic that was used or the circumstances.
You know what? Given the situation, I am going to actually cast darkness.
Okay.
And since you are giving me the choice, and that's going to play so well the next time around, because if I recall, Tazrae still has magical items on him.
Okay. So this is, so you are going to, I guess, not glow. You're going to emanate darkness in a 30-foot radius for the next minute, and a creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of you is blinded until the end of its next turn. While this is darkness, in order to convey the light effect still, what we can do is have this be kind of like a Hunger of Hadar, where it's more of a blackness, or it's more of like an ink effect, similar to the light. So Jade, you explode in darkness, and your darkness spreads, and all of the life force, actually. With let's see, that was 8 necrotic. The little ghosty boo is as Fluffy Sheep put it here, is actually still up.
That was Norlay.
Oh, that was oh, all right. Well, the little thing is still going to be up, but
That should be everything it is.
alrighty. So you are going to harvest Peggy's. Oh, that's going to be interesting. So like, you feel a tendril sort of like fly out and wrap around, and a frog is pulled into your being. The cows here, like tendrils, just sort of and like stir around in it and just draw life force, and they just sort of like collapse dead. The spiritual weapon is just that; it just kind of wobbles around. I don't think it has hit points. Let's see. We have. We take some damage for. Let's see, 39. So we're at 31. Okay. Did everyone else record damage? And I got to record Tazrae's here.
I took my damage.
I did mine.
Okay, and Tazrae took some damage as well.
I'm unconscious again.
I took all their damage.
Yeah, you did. You took their damage. So congratulations for topping off and becoming this sort of horrid abomination.
Would you like
Congratulations.
to see how this gets worse?
I'm
I'm
hoping-
about to make it worse.
Oh, in the chicken too.
Frayden.
Delete. Cows are big enough you could hide behind the corpse. I'll keep those on the map.
Put an X on them so that we know they're the difference.
Yeah. I gotta take them to the token layer because, again, I'm SMRT. There we go. Blarg. Okay.
Rark.
And so yeah, that triggered off of your Eldritch Blast. So whatever else you want to do on your turn, you are this being of darkness and life stealing and everything.
Let's see here. If I recall, potions are an action or a bonus action?
If you're
Rules is written there in action.
yeah,
Yeah.
you can retrieve them as an item interaction if you have one that's handy.
I do.
Okay.
I said I wanted to arm wrestle.
Okay.
Huh.
So you're drawing a potion out?
Not that anybody can see, but yes.
Well, right. Okay. All right. That was Jade's turn. Things Bright. You are in the dark.
So what's the deal with the darkness? I don't understand.
All right,
I thought
if
it was
you-
5 feet.
If you end your turn,
Oh,
um,
she's got 30 feet radius. Okay. So everybody's blinded, especially Tazrae, who doesn't even have dark vision. Okay. This changes, and I'm really sad because Peggy Sue just died, and I know that's why. I mean, that's the whole reason that I. Yeah, an official familiar is because I knew that she would eventually get squished. And she did. It wasn't the way I hoped it would happen. I mean, I didn't hope it would happen. It wasn't. Anyway, I'm really sad now. But, so I have to, this is just all kinds of confusing now.
I'm sorry, it's a 30-foot darkness, and it says any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of Jade, in this case, is blinded because of that.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I mean, you're outside. You are in darkness, but you are not 5 feet to get like her ink or whatever in your eyes. That it's so.
Right. I'm in the darkness though, so I
If
I
you
can't
do
see
an
in it.
attack roll, would it be a disadvantage or no?
That's what I'm thinking, is that it would be a disadvantage because I'm in the darkness, even though I have dark vision. Because magical darkness, like magical vision, doesn't have to have the special one that I don't have. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take 2 steps here.
Mm-hmm.
And let them take their opportunity attacks if they're going to.
All right, so it is going to on a 12. Does that hit you, or a clone?
The first one has to target the clone, and now there is disadvantage.
Okay.
So
We'll just go with the 12, and this other roll is going to be for disadvantage. We'll use the lower or the 2 numbers here.
okay, well, 12 doesn't hit me. That certainly doesn't hit me.
Okay, correct. So it misses.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take the rest of my movement,
Okay.
and then
Now you can just
2,
normally not
3,
see,
4,
but see because you have dark vision.
6. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and put a fire cube here.
Okay.
Right here. And so that'll hit Tazrae and the Goobly Goo, but it won't hit me or Mordecai or Celine or the cow, because I'm still trying to protect the cow.
Okay. And
it will hit the spiritual weapon, but it doesn't matter.
it won't matter there. And because while he is a barbarian, he cannot see this threat coming, so he will not have advantage on this dexterity save. So, good combo there. He was going to roll. Oh, all right. So
Makes the save.
he'll still make the save, and so he'll take some.
I'll take 14, and also the Goobly Goo.
And that is going to roll. Oh, also not, and that is definitely going to. That is going to finish it off, and it. What a world! What a world! There we go.
I'm trying to imagine this like subtle little bloom of light, like it's trying to make its way out of the darkness. It would normally be like this torrent of fire, but all you see is.
Well, the fireball is bigger than it overlaps the non-dark areas. So like you'll see the fire shooting out of this, just be in like the semicircle, like around out in these areas. You'll see
What
some.
is a candle's purpose other than to wither and die?
Oh my.
So
Anything
I'm
else,
really
Bright?
sorry that. No, I'm just really sorry that I can't do anything to help Mordecai right now.
All right, then it is Tazrae's turn. Oh, what's this? And he is going to... Mordecai is back down. There's a spiritual weapon, and there's a Celine. Pardon. I guess he's just going to try taking a swing on... no, hang on. I'm attacking at disadvantage in that case. No, I'm going to have him... 1, 2, 3... He's going to emerge from the darkness. Bright! Your tricks!
I'm really sorry. I had to do it.
Alright, so his first attack is going to be presumably against the clone, but we'll find out. 5?
Well, that hits me, but the 4, of course,
Okay, yeah.
doesn't.
Second attack? Well, no, that one might hit. 2 is still hitting you.
Correct.
20 to hit you.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Shield.
Okay.
So that'll raise my AC up to 21.
Okay. You throw your arms up, and somewhere you have a couple brain cells, like a panel exploded, and we can't take much more of this.
It's just like the Jedi Force Shield. Just.
And let's see if his last attack can do anything here. No, it can't. So you ting ting and we got to see if you get a special effect too on Shield. We just reset, I think. Oh, you also cast Fireball too.
Yeah, I didn't roll for the Fireball.
Okay, so Fireball would have been for that first one, and then we had Shield. So now we're looking for... Nope, okay, you're still clear. We're just stacking, is all. Alright. It is now Mordecai's turn. And then Noralai.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Mordecai, stop failing death saves.
I'm trying not to.
Well, I know what Celine's doing on her next turn.
She might have to try a little harder. Noralai, what are you doing?
I have to roll for wild back, don't I?
Yes, you do. At the beginning. Well, yeah. You're conscious, right? Something's gonna happen.
And it doesn't matter if she's conscious; she's still got the wild surge.
Yeah, it's just sort of on you. All right. So you can roll the percentile this time, and I'll tell you what happens. 98. You are surrounded by faint ethereal music for the next minute. So I don't know, maybe a song that your brother sung you or something when you were kids. You're kind of dying, you're in pain, there's a lot of stress, and just this song is now sort of playing around you. Probably sung in Infernal. I don't know. You can fill in the details. But we have Noralai, the little music box ballerina, kind of doing her thing.
I would say it probably would be like literal music box music.
Sure. What are you doing?
I'm going to stay put and take the dodge action.
Sure. Okay. Celine is kind of groping around in the darkness. Mordecai, Celine gropes you. Oh my. And Mordecai!
He gropes you and turns into George Takei.
And
Oh my.
desperate times. Desperate times call for desperate measures.
Wild surge thing.
What is a desperate measure that we have here? We are going to cast. Maybe she'll just feed you a lot more blood in this case. All right. Mordecai, drink! And she is going to, once more, although instead of this time just, like, poking herself and giving you some drops, like, she's going to be, like, running it, like, through her forearm to make sure that she gets a good pierce. And is just going to be, like, squeezing like a Go-Gurt tube. Like, just blood into your mouth here.
Go-Gurt.
She is going to effectively be making an attack against herself. Rapier is 1d8 plus 2 piercing. So we're going to do... This is self-inflicted. All right, so apparently she might be shy of pain or here. She can give needles. She's not good at taking them, though. So yeah, on a critical hit here, she's going to take 6 points of piercing damage and is going to feed you more Selene blood. Selene/Fey blood, Mordecai. So you can go up to 6 hit points as she's feeding you from her.
God, we gotta stop doing this.
And I guess we'll explore the effects of that blood here to come too. Bright, it's your turn. You have Tazrae on you.
Bright's turn?
Oh,
I thought I
wait.
went after Selene.
Oh nope,
I
I'm sorry.
don't think
It's Jade. I just moved my pen down to say Jade, but I looked at where it was. I'm like, oh, well, we've already moved down. Anyway, I'm sorry, Jade.
Okay.
It's your turn. Then Bright.
All right. So I just want to be clear. Because I prepped the hit potion here for this action, it's now a bonus action because I'm taking effectively 2 bonus actions to use it.
It would be an item. You
that
get a
what
free
you're
item
suggesting?
interaction on your turn, so you did that last turn. So now you can use your action to quaff the potion.
Okay.
But you still have a bonus, a move, and another item interaction.
A bonus move. Yeah. I don't have another item interaction that I can use. But I will take the potion.
Okay.
Would you be also kind enough to double my character's size?
Gladly.
Oh boy.
Yeah. And at this,
Jade that takes up more space.
which I believe, since I'm the radius, does that
your aura
also increase the radius of...
Yeah, your aura will still extend 30 feet off your new size. The darkness spreads.
I'm still on the edge of it.
Oh, did it automatically scale it up? Okay.
Penny Snatcher.
Yeah, and it's at this point, Jade is going to charge, screaming at Tazrae. And yeah,
Okay.
I was hoping that I would get it because I was really hoping to initiate a grapple here, but no, we will end up going thundering charge.
Ooh.
3, 4. And or actually, I'm going to put myself there.
Sure.
It's very nice of you, thank you.
And I can only imagine, like, the way this looks as these tendrils and what have you grown, and on occasion you see this flickering of this giantess that is Jade the Swole as she starts charging towards Tazrae and starts screaming at her lungs, these eldritch tongues that end up leaving, invoking a challenge when he questioned her strength, and now this icon of darkness, this fiend, this eldritch thing that should not be, that is Jade the Wretched, is now charging down upon this undead abomination. This is undead fury here, meeting the hell of their cold and forgotten times, coming head to head. Let's see what he does. Come on, Tazrae. You wanted glory.
Oh, I'm sorry. If there was, I was listening to your description. Was there like a bonus action or something that you were going to roll into it? Or
I
was this
have
just
no
pure...
bonus actions.
Okay, sure. So you set yourself up then with this turn, like you've grown, and I mean, I'd say he sees it coming, but he may very well not, given the circumstances. Because really, you would just be like an eclipse, even over the dark night sky. I mean, so imagine that, right? And then you come up on, you roll up on Taz, and we'll see what he does then. Real soon, because it's going to be Bright's. Yeah, it'll be Bright's turn and then Tazrae. So Bright, the night sky is eclipsed for you.
Oh, so I'm in the zone of darkness, and I just want to make sure that I understand the rule. If I end my turn within 5 feet of Jade, I take damage.
It's not damage. You're blinded.
Blindness. Oh, just blindness. Okay, yeah. But there's darkness anyway.
Yes, you're in magical darkness, but you're not. You don't have the blinded. Well, I mean, I guess it's sort of 6 to 1, half dozen of the other.
So it's not really that different.
It's not that different, but you're not afflicted with blindness no matter what. Like, if the effect ended and you were blinded, you would still have the blinded condition if you were blinded, where this is just magical darkness.
Okay. Kind of in an awkward situation here. What are we going to do? Oh, I can do that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take a step here and see if Tazrae uses his reaction to attack me.
He does not.
Okay, I cast
Oof.
on Tazrae.
Oh.
Oh.
So he's going to get smaller.
Okay. Enlarge, reduce on Tazrae. That is a save of some kind. Constitution saving throw. So
Con save.
He might be decent at this. Oh, he does. He passes.
Oh, that's too bad. Well, I still get to roll for a wild surge.
Yep. And you're clear.
Okay. I mean, I have bonus actions, but I don't really have a use for them. So I'm going to go ahead and... How far is there? It's 30 feet?
The darkness radiates 30 feet from Jade.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and stand here, which should take me out of the zone.
Okay. Your normal dark vision kicks back in.
Okay. Okay, I'm done.
All right. So Tazrae kind of like, he scrunches down a little bit, and you hear a roar as he breaks the fetters of this spell, trying to reduce him down. And he turns to face. He turns to face the Jade, and
Going to get smaller.
You're right there. He presumably can't see. You're a big old challenge to him, though.
And I have been challenging him this whole time.
He's going to try taking some swings on you here. So we'll see what happens. Not a crit. But does a 19 still hit you?
A 19 will.
Okay. 15 slashing damage. Next up.
Why couldn't she do her Siphon Soul now?
Right. That 10's not going to hit you, Jade, I presume. Okay.
Oh.
And lastly, not a crit. But does a
Why do you keep trying to crit me?
Because you're Jade and I roll dice. Does a 16 hit you? If so, then that's going to be 13 points of slashing damage. And
That puts me down to 17.
he roars and he ends his turn in his rage there, and just like your ethereal like ink just sort of like splatters over him, and he's blinded, if that counts for anything.
Oh, it will.
Mordecai, what are you doing?
Okay.
It's
getting up from prone.
It's dark, but you're alive, or are you?
Questionable.
Like even your dark vision is suppressed.
You know what? I am. Can I see Tazrae from here?
No.
Or am I in darkness?
You're in magical darkness, so you'd have to counter it with magical light or with magical like some equivalent of like true seeing or I don't know if the magic spell dark vision lets you see in magical darkness. Maybe not.
No.
I think it's just witch sight for the invocation for warlocks. Or devil sight. I'm sorry, devil sight. Witch sight was something else.
Most spells are a creature that.
You can definitely hear Tazrae. He's shouting like a madman because he is one.
He is. Okay, I'm gonna. I am going to cast a second level Cure Wounds on myself.
Sure.
13 points.
You're safe.
Right. I don't have anything to do with this action now, so I am just gonna move. Nope, that's. Okay. Oh, I deleted my token. Okay. Because I'm.
Mordecai's not long for this world.
I'll move over this way.
Okay, now
Could we
you're.
call that foreshadowing?
Hey.
Hurt. Alright, that ends my turn.
Norlai, roll a percentile for me, please. 62. For the next minute, you must shout when you speak.
I don't know. I've been screaming the past few turns, so it's not that hard.
Your vocal momentum just continues.
I don't. Oh look, I ended up in the darkness. Okay. I'm just going to move towards tree, I guess.
Okay. Hightailing it
That's
out.
right, I forgot to add.
Yep.
Well, it's still 30 feet off of you, so that's...
I know, but what's off of me is now significantly larger.
Well,
Already,
it would still,
35.
it would still take you to here.
I just used a little measure thing. It's like, oh, I'm 30 feet. I'm gonna get out of this.
Jay, now do something.
And that's it. I'm just running. I'll
Okay.
take the dodge action.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Celine is... Celine can't see. But she can. Ooh, that'll work. All right, so she hears 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that works. All right. She sort of blindly makes her way up. Jade, you feel Celine kind of caress the back of your thigh or something as she's going around through the darkness here, and goes up to Tazrae. Oh, what's that?
Fluid.
Oh, yeah, kind of. Kind of. She won't apologize for it, though. All right, and she's going to deliver a vampiric touch as she tries to give a big old vampiric hug to Tazrae.
Irony.
Yeah. A creature within your reach. This is range self, though. So
Yeah, you cast it on yourself and then you touch and use a melee spell attack.
Okay. Then she's gonna cast. We're
I
safe.
had thought about taking that spell at some.
The tension grows.
It would be very, very appropriate for you.
Yeah.
For you, it would just be touch.
Yeah.
Let's see. That's
Dramatically
she's
appropriate.
gonna hit. And she is going to roll. Okay. And she's going to regain some hit points back.
Not for long.
Gotcha! She's sort of like grasping at, and then she realizes, what's in my eyes? It's everywhere. It's covering my face. Jade.
I believe at this point I am going to make my primary action a grab. So would you like to oppose athletics?
I will do so. We have
He is now grappled.
All right.
He is blind. He is grappled. And now I have a prison shank roughly the size of a fence post.
Jade
And
the
since
Tome...
he's-
Jade, for everyone out there, if you don't know, Jade the Tome Pact Warlock is winning a grappling match with a vampiric barbarian dragonborn.
Yeah. But
James
Jade's
is small.
small, so that's why.
Yep. All right.
Thematically appropriate.
Boy, if only you were a mind flayer, you just need 3 tentacles on this guy and you get a snack.
Doesn't quite hit with an 11. I am at.
Correct.
Dang! I was really hoping to end up getting some of that sweet 2d4 plus 1 damage. However, everybody else might have some advantage. And I imagine thematically, he's currently like in her grasp at this point.
Is he considered restrained or no?
He can't move until he breaks out.
But is restrained and speed 0.
Yeah. He could still attack. And he'll
No, he cannot.
He can still
gives
attack.
you-
He
Yeah.
doesn't have a small weapon. You cannot do that with a great axe.
He does have a backup though. Is he
What?
is he growls, and it suddenly sounds like you're using the ice dispenser on your refrigerator, if you have one, and both Celine and Jade feel this Arctic buildup before he just goes,
Oh no.
and this AOE cone of cold, not the spell.
It's not that big.
It's or powerful, but this does roll over both of you. This is an AOE, so he is not. He doesn't have to roll to hit. This is going to be a con save for each of you.
I think Jade.
I have to roll for Celine.
Oh,
Yep.
yep. Sorry, Celine. Where are you, Celine? Come here. There we are. Oh, well then. It ain't no thing. I think this is still half damage. Let me double check on Dragonborns here.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, half on a successful. Alright, so this is going to be... Alright, it would normally be 10 cold damage, but you both successfully sort of like got out of the way, so that you just sort of like flank the sides of the cone, and you each only take 5 cold damage from it.
Yeah, still, those tendrils of Jade are starting to wither and is starting to clearly be in panic, so Jade's taking a beat.
What's going on? What is this? Oh, you are more powerful than I thought. Mordecai?
We said you...
Willing to give up yet?
Oh, I'm sorry, what?
I was at... Mordecai was just quipping, ready to give up yet?
Make me give up. I'm never ready.
With pleasure.
Alright, I'm moving there.
Hmm?
And I am... I am going to try a spell.
Oh, snap.
I am going to cast Moonbeam.
And you're going to get a bonus effect. 5-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder of light appears, making dim light. If a creature starts a turn there, enters for the first time.
Yep.
Okay.
So, what's the interaction between the Moonbeam and Jade's Darkness?
Yeah, so we have, I guess we have this magical, light. So if it's a 5-foot radius, I'll say that Tazrae and 5 feet around Tazrae are, I guess, magical dimness. So it would be dim light if you're in Tazrae's space or 5 feet around, as this beam You're sort of like painting the target, and you're calling in this satellite strike here. He's going to try a Constitution save, and will fail a Constitution save. And he is going to be taking 2d. He's going to take 7 radiant damage.
Yep.
He writhes and screams. How could you do this? How could you?
Like I said, willing to give up yet?
Um.
And that.
So Jade and Celine, you can see him sort of like writhing in this moonbeam, as it's sort of like glinting off of his scales, creating this sort of like disco ball effect in a very limited range around him.
And Mordecai right now is just holding a rock and has like tossed out like seeds to create the effect.
Noralai, there's a moonbeam piercing this dome of darkness.
I'm gonna stay where I am and do dodge action.
I need a percentile, please.
Oh yeah.
3. I
3.
have to keep switching
Yep,
back and forth.
rolling.
Yeah. Sork. And 3 is... For the next minute, you can see invisible creatures as if you have line of sight to it. There we go. All right. So you're...
Same invisible sight.
I just got really aware. I'm just like...
Yeah.
Hey, look. We can both do it now. Do your eyelids blink too?
I think I just get the thaumaturgy effect if I actually have pupils now, although I didn't cast that.
Mordecai already has pupils.
Okay. Celine, casting a look around, taking advantage of this radiant damage, or this radiant beam coming down. It's radiant damage. Will call forth, spirit guardians around Tazrae. There are more than us. There are more of us than you think, more than you can see, and he will still writhe as these figures fall down around him. Ah! Whoops. I didn't want to recast that. And we've reset our... Oh, we get a bonus. All right. Everyone sees invisibility. Yay! Jade, we're back over to you. He's writhing. He's surrounded by this holy energy, or this radiant energy. He can see you. You can see him.
Tendrils that make up Jade's current giant form are currently wrapped around, forcing him into the dark. And suddenly this fence post worth of flint comes down on.
Okay.
Because that's all I can do while I'm in a grapple.
You can intimidate him if you want, or you could use a social skill of some kind.
Ooh, true.
It would take your action.
I think I will do that then.
Sure, I'll give you advantage on an intimidation if you'd like. Woo! Nice.
So, as this ends up happening, just to describe this, Jade kind of leers in, and when she peels out, you can kind of see the darkness fade away from her face, and suddenly your head, like Tazrae, is truly aware of just how large Jade is. She's covered in black. It almost seems to writhe, and these tendrils around have created her body, her face, everything. When she speaks, it's as though in an echo. When she looks upon him and decrees, "You puny little thing. I warned you. I would crush you. I would kill you and all your misbegotten kind."
Tazrae looks. He's surrounded by this moonbeam and these sort of angelic, like life and death entities. He looks at whatever Jade is. Life, death, neither. Something else that can't be fathomed. All right. I'll yield. You've shown how much you've grown, how strong you are. If you let me go, I will yield to you.
He's grown a lot lately. Just recently, in fact.
It's at this point, Jade, as though to put a point on her conviction, hurls him through the barn if she's capable of it.
Sure. You could so there's not really walls to the barn unless you want to put him through one of these barn poles. You could throw him against the stone of the silo if you want.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
Sure. Tell you what, why don't you give me a thrown weapon attack? So strength.
Thrown weapon attack?
Yep.
Okay. So this would be at...
Yeah.
Still 14. Respectable.
Okay, well... oh, right, because that's...
I would have no difference.
Right. Yep, that's fine. Okay, so... You hurl him, and, Bright, you hear this... Ugh! And you just see Tazrae sort of like in a moment, like there's nothing. You see like just the tip of like a hand, and then you see him, and then you see him sort of like continue, and he just crunches against the side of the silo. Ugh! And then he falls forward and squishes the chicken. And just sort of like lands on the chicken as he and he stands up even to you, Bright. He sort of like wobbles. I yield. You've proven yourself. I think you can survive what it will take to recover Tibba. We can have a cleanup. I got to get up and use the restroom though. So if you're fine, either just sort of like kind of like we could do a hard stop and we can linger for as long as any of you want to have table talk. But I definitely have to get up and take a break myself here.
So, I don't know that we need to have a hard stop. Let's call it a soft stop.
Sure. Okay.
I'll be around.
So he yields to you all. Yeah, I mean, I'll come back and we can still talk a little bit, but for the game purposes, we'll call it here when he gets up and he surrenders to you all. You can still have thematic, like you're still giant. Nor will I. We're gonna have to roll out what effects are gonna be happening to you for the next 7 rounds here, but we'll work through that. But so we'll take a break here, and then I'll be back and we can do some table talk and other things as long as you guys would like to.